This is the day before the legislature starts. We now know some things that we didn't know when we talked with you last. We know that the legislature has limited access to all of us at AEA from talking with them and working through problems with them and trying to moderate some of the positions that we hear that they're going to be taking. Since we can't have access as we've had in the past, it's going to be more important that we work back home making contact with these legislators. Many of them have no idea what you do. It's very important that you begin to introduce them to yourself and to the jobs that you do. My suggestion is that every local in the state ought to invite every legislator in to teach a day so they'll understand the work that you do every day in the classroom. Here are some things that we need to do more immediately. We need to be aware that retirement contributions are going to be raised out of your pocket, probably 1 or maybe 2 or 2.5%. You need to let legislators know that you haven't had a raise in 3 years, and this will be the 4th year coming up, and that you can't afford money out of pocket. They're going to push for that and probably are going to insist upon it passing. Health insurance is likely not to be raised. This means 9 and 10% inflation is going to be passed on to all the consumers, those who use PHIP. So we need to be aware of that. They're also going to buy liability insurance as a way of trying to discourage you from being a member of AEA. They're trying to buy insurance for 92% of the people who are covered with AEA insurance, and the other 7 or 8% are probably covered with some other group. So they're buying insurance that you don't need and depriving you of classroom supplies that you do need. Don't let them get away with that. In addition, we hear that tenure reform is coming. We need to keep that system fair. We can expedite the hearings and make them quicker, but we cannot give up fairness. Teachers ought to have a chance of winning or losing based on the facts if they're ever terminated or called into question by their employer. They need to be able to confront their employer and have complete due process. Keep these things in mind as you talk with your legislator and make certain that he understands that you work every day in the classroom and he needs to understand what you do. Help them to understand that by asking them to come into your classroom and observe you, and by all means, write letters to the editor, call in radio talk shows, do all that you can to bring public pressure, talk with your PTAs, make certain that the legislators know the needs of education. Thank you.